Hello. We are here talking about sabotage. What's up? I'm just going to give it a few moments to wait for some of you guys to join in and jump on, and feel free to comment. It's great to be here in the art of powerful alignment. Welcome to our new members. If you're watching on replay, what's up? Don't hesitate to comment and share, invite people into this group. We are dedicated to expansion. We're dedicated to transforming the stress and anxiety and depression that's associated with expansion in our lives. Whether you're in a transition, whether you're going through a breakup, a divorce, some sort of stress that is holding you back. What we're here to dedicate our lives to connecting to our purpose, clearing resentment and regret, and living a life of purpose and meaning so that other people can benefit from our badassery. I'm on a journey of doing that. My name is Dr.Nima Rahmany, for those of you who haven't met me before. I am a chiropractor. I'm here at the Limelight Wellness Center in Vancouver, beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And I am a part-time chiropractor and a full-time mental optimization coach, helping the stressed, sick, and depressed, stuck, whatever, transform and have their best year ever. So we're talking about sabotage today. Sabotage is a funny thing. I've been working with several clients as of late, and we're talking about why is it, Dr. Nima, why is it that I'm sabotaging? I get to this certain level, whether it's your weight, you get to this level with your income, with your business, with your family, with your relationship. You're like, finally, we're at a level that I'm really happy about. And then boom, I do something to get all up. And why do we do that? And so I thought about that a lot. I mean, I looked, when I've been getting these questions and these concerns a lot with my clients, I had to take a look at myself. This is what I do, is generally speaking, the things that my clients come to me with are things that I am wise to look within myself. So I looked back and I saw some pretty powerful examples of self-sabotage, and made me look, especially this summer, where I pretty much sabotaged everything that I had built over a 15-year career, completely sabotaged it and had to give away my chiropractic practice. And so it was a really humbling experience for me. And it forced me to get depressed, forced me to want to end my life. And so I know what it's like to be in a really difficult place and be in transition. So it was a big risk I took, and I perceived myself as being a failure. And why did I do this to myself? Why am I sabotaging my life? Why am I doing this? So forced me to look at it, and I came up with some great answers. So first and foremost, I want to get you to realize something, is that when you're at a specific place in your life, when you're at a place in your life, you start to realize you're not happy with it. So you get a mentor, you read a book, you join Weight Watchers, you do something, you take action. That's the key. You take an action step, and all of a sudden, you start to move towards the direction of your intention and your desire. You start to produce results. Why? Is because we are at our best when we are climbing. Human beings, we're at our best when we're climbing. I know myself, in my life, I'm at my best, most effective, highest version of myself when I'm climbing. So that's what we do. We start to climb, we go up and up and up and up, and then we reach a certain level where we're like, shit, man, I'm the bomb. Boom, I'm a badass. Everything's going amazing. And then what happens is we get to a place where we're like thinking that we got it figured out. This is what happens a lot, especially to those who join my Powerfully Aligned Mastermind program. Within your first 2 weeks, you are experiencing such dramatic transformation where all your dreams are coming true. I've even had comments like, oh my God, Dr. Nima, is it really this easy? I didn't realize it was this easy. Why? Because you're doing the work. It's diligence. Every day we have a mission statement that we got. We're doing the morning rituals. We're doing everything exactly right. You got the accountability. You're making it happen. And within 2 weeks, you're like, damn, baby, I made it. I made it. I'm the shit, baby. I made it. And unfortunately, what happens is we get to this thing called coasting. And when you coast, you take your foot off the gas, assuming you've made it. And when you take your foot off the gas within a very short period of time, we apply and we go into this downward spiral and we start to decline. Met a really interesting guy this Christmas holidays, buddy Mark, and he just said, I said, have you had many losses or setbacks or whatever? He goes, nah, I just reach a goal or a milestone. I do a triathlon. I finish that. Within 24 hours, I have my next goal and my next site set. It's like, wow, that's interesting. He then has raised the bar. He didn't assume that he made it. He raised the bar, and he gets that it's always, it's wise that life is about the climb. It's really about the climb. My mentor, Gary Vaynerchuk, says this the most, that it's really about the climb. Number 2, here's another thing. Hey, Kat, what's going on? Hey, bonsoir, Kat. How are you guys? Please let me know where you're signing in from. I would love to give you guys a shout out. Don't be silent. I'd like to know that you're here. Kat, I look forward to seeing you in Montreal. By the way, FYI, we're going to do a live training of the overview experience in Montreal, Super Bowl weekend. Bundle up and join us. We only have 15 spots for this live training. It's going to be off the chain. Anyway, number 2. Hey, Elizabeth, nice to see you. So, number 2 reason why you sabotage. Marie, hello, nice to meet you. Welcome to the group. Next thing that happens, we then, all of a sudden, we get to a place when we reach that point of weight loss goal or relationship or whatever, you start to get cocky. Us humans, we're a funny species. We're a funny bunch. And I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm talking about myself. I got to a place a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I had this dream of bringing my message worldwide. And within 6 months, I was on stages in Australia and Spain that showed up, that my dreams were manifesting because I was doing the work. As soon as I got to that place, I thought, I made it. And my head got so freaking big, I couldn't fit through the fucking door. It was annoying. Those of you who've known me that long, and good evening, Leslie. Those of you who've known me that long have known, yes, correct, our dark passenger. You're learning it, baby. The second that you believe that you've made it, you think your shit don't stink. You got all your goals have been met, and now lo and behold, I've made it. I'm the man. I'm the woman. Whatever. You get cocky. Sabotage comes in there to slap you upside the head and make you realize that you ain't shit, that you are a human being like everyone else on this planet for the purpose of conscious evolution and love and gratitude, not to think you're better than other people. And the second that you think you're better than other people, that you truly are better, you attract events and activities and behaviors which slap you upside the head and get you back to your humble beginnings, where you're at your best, you're in your power when you're climbing. So when you take your foot off the gas, number 1, when you think you're better than other people, that's when self-sabotage sets in, okay? And number 3 reason, the number 3 reason that self-sabotage happens is because once you reach that level that you've never reached before, which is very common when you get a proper mentor that knows you, that really has your greatness in mind and will not hear your bullshit victim stories. Once you get past that and expand past your horizon of you've ever experienced, whether it be weight loss, whether it be relationship, whether it be financial, your career, you get that job, you get that dream job. As one of my clients, within 3 weeks, she was employed where she was unemployed, got that job, and is like, oh my God, I made it. And then all of a sudden, that little voice, that dark passenger voice that says, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, it starts to rear its ugly head, and you start to behave in ways that are congruent with that old unresolved belief. Boom, sabotage happens. So it's an interesting phenomenon that happens because we, A, assume that we've made it and get cocky. B, we take our foot off the gas and say, hey, I'm the shit. And C, we haven't resolved those old voices, completed that story and gotten into action, and those voices of I'm not good enough start to wreak havoc through our behaviors and addictions and all sorts of destructive behavior, and get us down back into the point of humbleness where we are set to climb up our next valley, and this up our next mountain. And this up and down experience happens when we don't have the proper mentorship, when we don't have people surrounding us that cut us down, are just surrounded by yes people, too afraid to speak up and tell the truth, and we don't listen to strategic feedback. We only go by our own feedback of our own feelings. If you don't have a mentor, somebody calling you out on a regular basis saying, what the heck is going on? Get off your high horse, then you're likely to believe the hype and think you're greater than. The ego takes over. So sabotage comes in to bring you back down, to get you to do the work and make it not about you, making it about others. So hopefully that's been useful. What do you do about it? So what the hell are you supposed to do? I'm going to leave a little link here. Those of you who've been stuck with sabotage, there is two options here. There is a webinar or a live training that I recorded. You can catch the replay, where I talk about the 5 critical shifts that you need to make to get past that little dark place that you're in right now, where you're stuck. You're feeling isolated. You're feeling like you're distancing yourself from other people. You can't sleep at night. You're feeling depressed and anxious. Maybe you want to end it all. Maybe you want to throw in the towel and give up. I'm here to tell you, don't do that. I have a training, bepowerfullyaligned.com/replay here. Let me, bepowerfullyaligned.com/replay. You can go ahead and watch that, bepowerfullyaligned.com/replay. Go ahead and check that out. That was cool what just happened. These technology is so neat. So you go to bepowerfullyaligned.com/replay, watch it, and if something there inspires you, reach out or personally send me a personal message right now in the group. I'm going to be doing these live broadcasts almost every day as a treat, as a free service to help those expand to the next level, people who are in the group. So invite people who are in expansion, entrepreneurs, people who are struggling with anxiety, depression, who really are ready to do the work. I'm here to serve, answering all these questions. Tomorrow we're going to do a Q&A about purpose. Are there any questions that you have other than saying hello? Are there any questions that you have? I'd love to be of service to you. Those of you who really want to reach out and to make a difference, everyone, you will thank yourself. Yes, Tara, you've been in the program for about 3 weeks now. It hasn't been easy. Anybody who sells you a program or something that says, oh, that's positive without any negative, run the other way. There's an investment, there is time, there is ass kickings by me. Yes, we're going to rip it up in Montreal. Absolutely, Kat. We'll definitely love to see you there. I really have been grateful to be part of your expansion over the past year. So it's a privilege for me to join. If you are able to come to Montreal for the live training where I show you how to do this one-on-one with a team of my coaches dedicated to transforming, let me know. Send me a PM, and we only have 15 spots remaining, and already we are starting to sell them out. There's a limited number of people we can take through the live training. So in Montreal Super Bowl weekend, send me a private message. I'll reach out to you, see if you're a fit, to learn how to take those old I'm not good enough stories and transform them into power, into getting yourself powerfully aligned with your true calling. When you do, you're not afraid to speak up. You're not so worried about what other people are going to think of you. There was a time this summer where I couldn't do a live broadcast like this, believe it or not, because I was so stuck in resentment. Is it possible to be addicted to making choices? So I didn't see that full, that question there. Let me see if I can read it. Yes. Is it possible to be addicted to making choices so you feel like shit? Good question, Jen. So if you have that belief that I'm not enough and it hasn't fully been resolved, you will make choices so that you can then get your feelings to match the belief that you're a piece of shit. So it's a lot of work for us to chip away those layers of I'm a piece of shit and then replace those in the garden of your mind with thoughts of I love myself, I am a gift to this world. My success allows for other people to become more successful. Things dramatically changed in my life when I really got that belief, and I feel it in my heart now, that there's no guilt about my success anymore. Before, I had guilt about that because I made my success all about numero uno. But now I know that my success allows for my clients, my team of coaches, my staff, the world benefits because I'm successful. I feel that congruently in my heart. It took a lot of work to get there. It took a lot of mentoring, took me getting out of my comfort zone. But if you just chip away, first step is to become aware, which is great, Jen. You're aware of that. Next step is to become diligent in the replacement of that belief so that you can then make greater choices that are congruent with the highest version of you. It's all possible. First step is to be aware. There's a lot of work. And here's another thing. If you're sabotaging, chances are you look back, Jen, you'll notice you're not doing the necessary work. Every single time I look at myself, I'm like, frig, I feel like crap. I'm incongruent. I'm not making an impact. Things are not, in my environment is turning to crap. I then look and I go, did I do my work? Did I do my morning rituals? Did I do my gratitude list? Did I do my journal? Did I do my journaling? Did I exercise? And I'll look and I'll be like, yeah, I know why I didn't do that. Am I making it about me, or is it about the vision and mission and purpose in fair exchange? So these are great things. Your environment outside of you is a wonderful feedback loop, feedback mechanism to how you're being. And if you're not loving how you're being, then get help, step up, and get your ass to work, put some skin in the game, and get strategic feedback for your strategic creation. What do I mean by strategic feedback? If you don't have somebody like a coach or a mentor looking you up and down, giving you criticisms, sharing your wins with you, the only person that you're looking at as far as feedback is your own feelings. And I got to tell you, your feelings are not always reliable. In fact, most of the time they suck. So it's great. I was on the phone with my coach. I was on the call with my coach this morning, setting up new commitments over the week that I am, he'll kick my ass if I don't, complete. So I'm so grateful. The reason why I am where I am today, making the impact that I am, living in abundance, having these options and creating my life rather than reacting with urgency and reaction, which is the way most people live. I'm strategically creating because I've done the work. I've gotten the right amount of help, and I'm here to help those who are ready to make that leap as well. So any other questions that you have? Good question over there, Jen. Is it possible to be addicted to making choices so you can feel like shit? Yeah, you can, and it's time to become aware of that. And then the way you do that is to restore integrity about it. You regain your power by catching yourself, playing that victim, seeing what you did, where you were inauthentic, and then going and getting into communication with those involved and restoring that integrity. Instantaneous access to power. You know exactly what you're here to do. You got me as a coach. I'm here to help you. And then you also have a team behind you, and then the Powerfully Aligned Mastermind group. That's really what you get. So get into action so that the breakdowns can become a breakthrough. Are there any other questions? Has this been useful? Let me recap. Sabotage. It's always going to be there to rear its ugly head to give you a few warning signs. Number one, you're coasting. I want you to replace the word sabotage to coasting. It's not sabotage, it's actually coasting. You've taken your foot off the gas and assumed that you've made it. Number two, you've gotten cocky and elated and thinking you're full of yourself. How do I know? Because I've been there. And I got to catch myself. That's my dark passenger, is that ego, narcissistic type of side. Yes, Jen, love you. God bless you. Mwah, mad love to you. Yeah, it's that ego side. It's waking you up to let you know that you're just another human being on this planet. You're not better or worse, but you're here for a purpose. So it's that kind of push towards your self-actualized self. And then the last one is that you really haven't completed something. Oh, God love you. God love you too, my dear cat. The last part is that you haven't yet completed those incompletes from your past, those events that make you feel and believe that you're not good enough and not worthy of love. In other words, your victim story. Yeah, I'm talking about you. It's not serving you, and it's time to get through it. And I've enrolled couple people over this past week who are understanding that their victim story is not serving them, and they're ready to transform that. So really glad to be here, glad to be sharing this with you. If you have any questions, please share in the group. Let's continue this conversation. Invite as many people as you can. And definitely go to bepowerfullyaligned.com/replay if you want to watch the 5 critical shifts that you need to make in order to go from stressed, depressed, and anxious to having your best year ever, living powerfully aligned and on purpose. That's my vision and mission for you, and I'm here to serve you in any way I can. And I'll see you at the next perfect time, hopefully tomorrow with my next broadcast. See you live.